Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. It's Rockin' Jonathan, and I want to do something a little bit differently today, guys. I want to do like a think piece type video because I've been meaning to do one of these for a while now. I haven't done one ever since that Starset one when they were going through that weird thing, whatever that was. And so I just wanted to bring another one to you guys today, and because I've been thinking about this topic for a while now, for a week and a half maybe, ever since some events have been going on. And so I know a lot of you guys have been thinking about this too. And so yeah, I just wanted to bring you that. And so today we're going to be talking about the Christian band Skillet. Now Skillet is they've been through a lot of different, genre changes, I guess. Because they used to be, in their beginnings, their self-titled album, they were more of a grunge rock type band. And that was only their first album. It was very, raw, very, there was no electronics, no anything. Just raw grunge type stuff. And then they evolved into some more industrial electronic rock. And a lot of their lyrics are very, Christian. Because, the band pretty much just became a thing because of the lead singer's pastor, John. John, the lead singer, John's pastor said for them to create a band, and so they just came out of nowhere and just got in some record label, and then they became a band. And then I guess the pastor came up with their name, Skillet. It's like throwing a bunch of different ingredients in a pan and that's what Skillet is. And yeah, I think that's kind of a dumb name, but even John Cooper doesn't like the name, but he said it's too late. They're stuck with that name. And so yeah, they've been through a bunch of different changes throughout the years. They've gotten even more and more popular. I'd say they're probably the most successful Christian band, or the most popular Christian band at this point that actually use, I guess rock music as their stepping stone. Because yeah, a lot of, Christian acts have gone towards more of a poppier sound and more electronic, I guess, and that's sort of what I'm getting at with Skillet. I think they've changed into something very different from what they used to be, and that's going to be part of my think piece today. And I also wanted to talk about the new album they're going to be coming out with. It's not really new, it's pretty much just a deluxe edition of Unleashed that they released last year in August, but it's going to be called Unleashed Beyond. Now, when I heard that name, I was like, it doesn't really, excite me, because, Unleashed, I'll get to talking about Unleashed in a little bit, but I wasn't really, excited about this. I still really am. I'm not really excited about this, because I've had some problems with the band, and this is coming from someone who used to be a huge fan of this band. I was like a Skillet fanboy back then, and I really regret being that now. But, I still really like a lot of the band's music. I don't think a lot of it is bad. Some of that older stuff is kind of cringy, I guess, but it's solid enough, and I can bear listening to it sometimes. But like I said, I used to be a huge fan of this band, and this band led me to many other bands, so I thank them for that, because without listening to Skillet, I probably wouldn't have found a lot of the bands I listen to today. So I owe them that for sure. And not to go against any of the band members, because I think the band members are very down-to-earth people, especially John, because he seems like a really cool guy. I think they're all pretty cool guys, and girls, I should say. So there's 2 girls and 2 guys, But problem is, it's not with them, it's mostly their music, and the music they've been churning out for the past couple of years. They've pretty much, ever since Awake, that came out in 2009, I believe. Ever since Awake became so popular, they've been running on that treadmill ever since. Making Awake and Alive 4.0 now and 2.0. They just keep making the same. See, look, I have this cookie here. This is what I think of their music now most of the days. It's like cookie cutter. I don't have a cookie cutter with me, but you know what I mean. It's more, it's more of a Nickelback formula, I guess you could say. Not that I hate Nickelback, I actually like a lot of Nickelback's music. But in this band, they're not really making anything new. Nothing that's gonna wow me, that hasn't wowed me. especially on Unleashed. I used to love that album. I used to love every song on Unleashed. That's how much of a fanboy I was. I would, you know, argue against anyone that Skillet's the best, and all the lyrics and stuff are the best thing they've ever made. And and now that I'm 18 and I've matured in my music taste, I mean, I haven't found a lot of different things yet because I'm still, I guess, considerably young. But I've found a lot more now to say that Skillet is not really the best music out there. I mean, they have some great albums. I think Collide and Comatose are some of my favorite albums of all time, and some of my favorite albums from them. Awake is pretty good. That's where I think they kind of got that Nickelback formula, but it's still a pretty good album. And then Rise was better. Unleashed, I'm so on Unleashed. There's some great songs on there, but I think they tread too much in the electronic vein instead of using the symphonic elements that they were really well known for. And I think the lyrics are just, recycled. They keep recycling the same thing over and over again. That's my biggest problem with them. And this new thing, Unleashed Beyond, I mean, I'm not really too big on it until I heard that Lacey Sturm's going to be featured on the song Breaking Free with Jen Ledger, I think, and John's going to be singing on it too. And what perked me up was what he said, that this song might be is going to be closest to Whispers in the Dark or Comatose or Rebirthing. And when I heard that, I was like, wow, this is going to be exciting, because I really wanted to hear, I want to hear some of that old stuff from Skillet, because, I mean, it's a lot of different, they've changed so much. I just wish they would go back to that Collide and Comatose type sound, or even the sound without as much as electronics. I mean, they can add them in there, but lately they've been adding too many of it, in my opinion. That makes it more bland and generic. And yeah, those are a lot of my problems with Skillet lately, and that song I think is going to be great. If he says what he says is true, it's going to sound like that. And with Lacey Sturm singing, I think it's going to be a great song. The rest of the songs, the other four, I'm not really sure. It might be just run-of-the-mill Skillet. And the remixes, I don't care for remixes that much. Only when, bands like Red or Starset do it. I actually like their remixes. But when Skillet does it, I was really never a fan. Because they made They made some type of remix album for Awake, Hero, Awake and Alive, and Monster or something. I didn't like those too much, and I had a lot of fans. It got a lot of backlash, let's say that. And so, they're just not great with using electronics, I guess. With remixes, I guess, because it ruins the songs, because those songs are very popular, and they are very good, but I think remixing them kind of ruins it, to be honest. So I'm not really big with the remix versions of the songs, so I'm not really looking forward to that. But anyways, overall, I'm not really looking forward to this release, Unleashed Beyond. It's going to be released November 17th. Maybe like one song, that one, Breaking Free, featuring Lacey Sturm of Flyleaf. Other than that, I'm probably not really looking forward to this. And this is coming from someone who was a huge fan of this band, and I loved Unleashed. But after, listening to it for over a year and a half now, it's just not the same as it was. Just because I've found so many better bands out there. No offense if Skillet's your favorite band or anything, but in my opinion, there's a lot better music out there other than Skillet, especially their latest material. I think they're going more of a Christian audience. They're trying to tone it down a bit, and I don't have a problem with that. It's just I think they should keep their signature sound with the strings and the heavier guitars, I should say, not more generic stuff like on that song Burn It Down from Unleashed, man. That one that's just plain bland radio rock, in my opinion. And songs like Famous, I mean, I like that song, but lately it's just been kind of bland and generic. I mean, the lyrics are good. I know the song's talking about, making Jesus famous and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of Christian stuff in this album, Unleashed, but I don't think it hasn't really aged well, I guess. Maybe a couple songs on there. Like my favorite ones, I Want to Live, The Resistance, and what's that other one? Watching for Comets. That's a really good one too. I think Watching for Comets is one of their best songs. So, they did okay on that album. I know a lot of people hate it, But I mean, that's your opinion. I don't hate the album. I just think it's pretty inconsistent and it goes in too many different directions. And so yeah, that's my thoughts on this, guys. What do you guys think about Skillet and this new Unleashed Beyond? Are you excited, or are you just like, it's just gonna be another Awaken Alive part 5.0 or something? I really hope they don't keep making the same, you know, oh, I'm awake, I'm gonna live, I want to live, I'm awake and alive, this is my life, you know, that same old recycled mumbo jumbo they keep doing in every single album. But that's just my thoughts. What do you guys think? Like, subscribe, comment below what do you guys think. And that's my think piece on this Skillet Beyond, Unleashed Beyond thing. And what do you guys think? Make sure to like, subscribe, comment below what you think about this. And I'll see you guys in the next one.